Hello guys, today as you can see I've got a phone that's after the setup, and we're going to go through the first 10 things to do after the setup. Of course, I've got here the Motorola Power G17 Moto. So at first, I do recommend to go straight to the phone settings, which are here. Apart from that, scroll down all the way, almost all the way to the system updates, and tap it. Tap check for updates and check if you have any updates. If you've got any update to your phone, because it will install the latest security patches, it will fix any bugs or improve the performance, and of course often boosts the battery efficiency. So after the process of updating, you can here tap got it, or if you don't have any updates, you can tap got it again. Apart from that, you can here go back, and now of course the second thing is placed in the security and privacy over here. So head over to the security and privacy, and now as you can see we've got an alert, but tap here device unlock, and here as you can see we've got here screen lock. Here, if you didn't set any device lock up while setting up your phone, you can here select either pattern, PIN, or password. It needs to be secure, so you can, for example, tap PIN, not password because password is difficult. PIN. The PIN, as you can see, must be at least 4 digits, but a 6-digit PIN is recommended for added security. 1, 2, 3, 4 can be ours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confirm. Here we can see lock screen. What do you want your lock screen to show? Don't show notifications at all. Done. Apart from that, here we've got fingerprint, and we need to enter our PIN code here back again. And as you can see here, we've got unlock your phone with a fingerprint. This is of course our fingerprint. Touch the fingerprint sensor to unlock your phone, authorize purchase, or sign into apps. Setup. Find the sensor. Here we'll have the sensor on the power button. So now we need to touch and lift, touch and lift, touch and lift until the fingerprint sensor is fully done. I mean fully, fingerprint sensor, fingerprint icon is fully completed. You need to scan different parts and lift your finger over here. Now here we can tap add done. Just done. And as you can see, let me open my phone. It works with ease. So apart from that, we can go back, and as a third thing, I can show you the Google backup. Here in the settings, open Google. Tap sign in over here. And now as you can see, we can verify that this is us by PIN or by fingerprint. And now we can here log into our account, Google account. If you don't have one, hit create over here. If you have, just enter your credentials over here. As you can see now, we can see after the process of logging in, who will be using this device. Select I will, not my child. Select I will, but you need to, as I can see, select it by using your finger manually because you won't see next available. And now tap next. I agree. And wait, of course, a moment. Use biometrics to verify purchases. You can tap it and accept. You can just, set up your Google account with your phone itself. And as you can see now, we've got here Google Services backup your device. You can select photos and videos and other device data like contacts, call history, device settings, apps and data, SMS, MMS messages, and SIMs. Tap turn on backup. And as you can see, here we are in the Google services. Here we can tap all services to see the services, but I don't really think that is necessary to see. But here we were able to set our backup up. So as for the backups, that should be it. Apart from that, you can go to the settings. And of course, if you hadn't done so, you won't see this whole things that I've done here. You won't see these options available. So go to the Wi-Fi, and here, got it. Make sure to connect to the Wi-Fi. And how to do so? Tap some Wi-Fi, as you can see, network, and enter the password to it. But I wanted to show you, if you have it done, tap the gear icon near your network, and as you can see, here select Auto Connect. If you have Auto Connect selected, we are good to go. Now we can go further here. Scroll down here to the battery, and now in the battery, you need to optimize all the settings based on your needs. As you can see here in the battery usage, we can see the battery usage, and of course, you know what I mean, but tap on some application you don't recognize, or if it's some third-party application, or the application you won't really need, but of course, not non-system one. Like for example, you're sure that you won't need Fitbit, never in your life, tap it and disable all background usage. So do this for every application you are sure you won't really need, like for example here Fitbit or something like that. Here, as you can see, we've got battery saver. So adjust it up to your own needs. Like for example, here we have auto options, like low battery will turn on at 10%. If you tap it, you can see turn on at, and the battery percentage over here, like for example, we can enable it at 75%. Follow schedule, and we can start and end time set here. Limit background activity and turn off at 90% while charging. Here we've got battery manager, and here make sure that this is enabled because this is actually useful. And what the battery manager is. Battery manager detects that applications that are draining battery, that it detects the applications that drain the battery, and you'll have the option to restrict these applications. And remember that restricted applications may not work properly and notifications may be delayed. Here we've got something called overcharge protection. Here, as you can see, charging is limited to 80%. I don't really think that it's good for you, but if you want, you can leave it enabled. Here, as you can see, we've got battery information, but it's not actually important. So, apart from that, clean up the pre-installed applications. Here we've got many of them, like for example, Legend is installing right now YouTube Music, here Timo, Perplexity, PDF Reader. I think PDF Reader is actually some system application. Yes, it is. But what I mean is actually, for example, Copilot or something like that. So hold the finger on some applications you don't really need, like for example, Perplexity. Here, tap this info icon, and here hit uninstall. And do this with every application that is pre-installed and you don't really need. So apart from that, what I do recommend to do is to go to the settings. Here, network and internet again, and here we've got something called data saver. Tap it. Here, as you can see, we can enable use data saver. Here, unrestricted mobile data. Two apps allow to use unrestricted mobile data when data saver is on. When you are abroad or something like that, or you are on some trip, make sure to use this mode, because as you can see, or just overall, make sure to use this mode because you won't use the data, mobile data, that much if you have them, of course, limited. What else can I show you? Here, go to the notifications tab, and as you can see, notifications. You can turn off notifications for some spammy notifications, like for example, if you see this here, Timo, disable Timo, etc. Here we've got most recent, we can select all apps, and now we can see everything. Like for example, here we've got Facebook. You can disable notifications for Facebook. Find Hub. I think these are both applications that are actually useful, but you know what I mean. Here, Timo. YouTube Music, etc. Just disable this spammy app notifications. As you can see here, we have got something called notification history. Enable this for yourself. You will save up so time if you had some notification and you want to look at it back again. So, as you can see, if we are in the main screen, we have we don't have here any Moto AI or something like that as the section that we can find and set up it for our usage, but Motorola add some genuinely useful extras for our phone, and they can be found here in the gestures. And like, for example, where is that? Here, fast flashlight. Turn the flashlight on or off with 2 chopping motions. You can enable it. Here, left to unlock, pick up to silence, flip over DND, fast flashlight, quick capture. You make sure to enable this out. Quick capture, as you can see, is this twist with our wrist. Fast flashlight is this choppy movement. Left to unlock, we can just lift our phone to unlock it, so make sure to have it enabled. Enable face unlock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, scan your face with this face camera over here. Okay, I'm so far away, but... And here, as you can see, we have skip screen or left to unlock. I can just check this first one. Got it. And apart from left to unlock, we have here pick up for silence and flip for DND. Enable and enable. And as the last thing that I can show you here in this video, this is optional actually, but you can consider installing some Microsoft OneDrive or Dropbox to have a second cloud for your backup. Goodbye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix Wi-Fi not connecting on Motorola Moto G17 Power. So first, scroll from the top and click and hold onto the Wi-Fi. Then disable Wi-Fi, and after a couple seconds, enable once again. Let it automatically connect. Then click the gear next to your problematic Wi-Fi. Here click disconnect, and then forget. Here wait a couple of seconds, and then try to connect once again by typing in the password. If it's still not working, then you need to restart your Wi-Fi and your phone. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like, and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 and I'm going to show you the USB Type-C features in this device. So here we got the USB Type-C 2.0, which means that here we have the 480 megabits per second, which is the turtle max, and real world file transfer are usually lower because often 30 to 40 megabytes per second, depending on the files and storage. Only it supports the file transfer (MTP), the USB to OTG like flash drives, accessories, and charging over USB Type-C. What it likely does not support, USB Type-C 3 point something, and 5 gigabytes plus speeds, and video output. So actually here we have up to 30 watts turbo power charging, and actually that's it, what we have here. Goodbye!
Hi, it's HardReset, and today I'll show you how to fix Bluetooth connection problems on Motorola Moto G17 Power. So first, scroll from the top and click and hold onto Bluetooth. Then select the problematic device by clicking the gear next to it. Then click Forget and forget device. Then click Pair New Device, and before that, disable the Bluetooth. Wait a couple of seconds, then enable it again. Then once again pair new device, select the device, click pair on both devices, and it should work. If you still have problems, then restart your phone and the Bluetooth device. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one. Hi, it's HardReset and today I'll show you how to fix overheating issues on Motorola Moto G17 Power. So first, go into the settings, into the battery, and here enable the battery saver. Then go back into display. Here, lower the brightness level, enable dark theme, and here we have screen timeout shortened to around 1 minute. Then, while you're gaming or doing some heavy uses on your phone, remove temporarily the phone case. You can close also the background apps and disable every feature in the quick settings you're not using, for example Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC. And that's it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one. Hi, it's HardReset and today I'll show you how to manage RAM memory on Motorola Moto G17 Power. So first, open the settings, then scroll down into the About phone and click on the RAM. Here we have the RAM boost. First, make sure that it is enabled. Without it, you only have 8 GB of RAM memory, device memory, and here you can extend the memory size. As you can see, I have auto selected, and right now I have RAM boost 4 GB. But you can manually change it from 2 to even 16 GB, and after that you just need to hit restart to restart your phone. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got a Motorola Moto G17 Power, and let me share with you how to clear cache and speed up your device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the apps. Then tap on See All 49 apps, of course 49 in my case. And basically right here we've got the list of apps which are currently installed on this device. And what I highly recommend to do here is to go through all of those apps and remove cache. Cache are junk files that are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. Moreover, they sometimes can interfere when they are corrupted, and obviously they are occupying the memory. And we can already remove them with using any kind of app that is dedicated to clearing cache. So we need to do it manually. So just find the app and open it, and then go to Storage and Cache. Here we've got this cache section, and all we have to do is to tap on Clear Cache. And as you can see, your device will immediately remove cache. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hi, it's HardReset and today I'll show you how to fix battery drain issues on Motorola Moto G17 Power. So first, go into the settings. Right here, find battery settings, and we have the battery usage that you can check. Then we have battery saver, and here enable the battery saver. I will keep it disabled because it enables some features that I want to show you how to enable manually. Then go into the display here and lower the brightness level, or just use adaptive brightness right here. I'll just lower it. Here you have the dark theme that I recommend keeping on because it saves battery. Then you can go down into the screen timeout and lower it to around 1 minute. Then scroll from the top and disable every feature you're not using, for example, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Also, you can here close all the background apps. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and see you in the next one.
Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power and I'm going to explain the IP64 rating water and dust protection to you. Actually, IP ratings can be confusing and IP64 sounds more impressive than it actually is. So let's break down what it actually means for you. So, IP rating is ingress protection. Yes, ingress protection. How will the phone resist dust and water? The two numbers, the first is the dust protection, the second one is the water protection. The 6 is dust protection, which is excellent, and the water protection is limited because it's only 4. The dust protection is fully protected against dust and ingress. Sun, dirt, pocket, no problem. You can safely use it at the beach, on construction sites, outdoors in windy conditions, and as for the water protection, this protection is matter because it's protected against splashes from any direction. Rain okay, accidental spills okay, but it's not waterproof, not submersible, and no swimming or shower use. Think rain safe, not waterproof. What you should not do, even with your phone, with the IP64 I mean. Don't drop it in the water, don't rinse it under a tap, don't take it into a pool or sea, avoid high pressure water like showers. And actually that's it for this video and for you. Have a nice day and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power and we're going to make a deep dive and use the 32 megapixel front camera portrait mode. First, understand what portrait mode is doing. Here, as you can see, if you reverse the camera and open portrait, we can see that it's enabled. And what it does, portrait mode uses depth simulation. It keeps your face sharp, blurs the background, the bokeh effect, and tries to separate subject from background. The trick is helping the software succeed. So at first, distance is everything. This is a huge secret. Best selfie-portrait distance is to hold your phone about arm's length to slightly further. Too close is face distortion, big nose effect, and messier edge detection. Too far, subject separation weakens. Sweet spot roughly 60 to 90 centimeters. And as I said, arm's length here like this. This should be okay. And yes, it was me. Background distance creates a better blur, actually. So, this is a massive portrait trick. Don't stand right against a wall. Instead, you in the foreground, background several meters behind you. More separation is stronger, more natural blur. For example, bad selfie in front of a wall, you with better, you with straight trees lies behind. Much more pro. Avoid harsh noon sun overhead, ceilings light, only back lighting behind you. Best portrait light is window light, golden hour sunlight, or soft side lighting. Turn off every single beauty smoothing which you have here. Turn it off if you prefer natural skin. Motorola selfie cameras include beautification filters, so check if you have enabled or disabled. I usually keep it off or very low. Skin texture look much better. Use portrait mode for people, not everything. Portrait mode shines for faces, upper body shots, and one subject. Not ideal for groups, hair blowing everywhere, glasses with reflections, and can confuse edge detection. busy backgrounds. And that's it. Goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power, and I'm going to show you how to fix the camera blurry photos. The very common fix is to clean the lens. Just it. Wipe the camera glass gently with a microfiber cloth, maybe not microfiber but just a soft cloth, and remove any case or lens protector temporarily. Some cause haze or focus issues. So let me remove now the case quickly before damaging the phone itself. And now we should be good to go. Apart from that, tap on your subject with your finger before shooting. So this should, log your focus on your subject, which should, fix the blurry photos. Hold your phone still and improve the lighting. The 50 megapixel camera may use longer exposure in low light, which can blur shots. So use brighten lighting and keep the phone steady. For moving subjects, try more light or use a quicker snap. You can check the camera mode also, but let me unlock at first my device. You can check the camera mode because for everyday shots, use photo mode rather than this high resolution, which is here. If you're using this ultra resolution, and it's worse actually in daily photos rather than this photo mode. 50 megapixel mode can be slower and show motion blur more easily. Try turning off the night mode during the daytime, so try just tapping this one icon over here so that as you can see here it's like this. If it's engaging expectantly, of course you don't really need to manage it like this, but if it's somehow engaging your image, you need to disable it. For close-ups, step back slightly. Many phone cameras struggle with if they are too close. And apart from that, you need to turn off the auto enhancements temporarily. So tap your gear icon here, and they were here somewhere, or they went. Okay, it wasn't here. This was this filler. So tap here none. I wanted to find it, but they are here. Tap none here. So apart from that, yes, here auto HDR, disable here auto HDR for a moment, just for one to check if it's somehow trying to disturb you taking images. And that should be it. Goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power, and we are going to talk about the build quality and design and this phone. So actually, like the title says, premium feel on a budget. So actually here, if I take off the case, we can see this premium feel because it's not glass. It's cleverly designed because as you can see, maybe not see, but maybe here, it uses the plastic frame, eco leather, the silicone polymer back. Oh, what are the vibration? And Gorilla Glass free on the front. And what that means actually, and it's not a glass premium phone, but it avoids the cheap, slippery plastic feel, which is actually very nice. Which is actually very nice because they can scratch it and feel negative with some material because it is a cool leather, of course. You get soft touch grip your back. And actually it feels more expensive than it is. So in hand feel, it's surprisingly premium-ish because despite being a budget phone, this eco-leather gives you better grip actually. It doesn't attract fingerprints, like for example MacBook, black MacBook especially, or some black phones like Poco. It has run ergonomic feel and comfortable. Large battery gives it solid stable weight. What you will notice actually is the thickness because it's 8.8 millimeters. It's slightly chunky, and plastic frame, not cold metal premium feel, and big screen, harder for one-handed use. But as you can see, this design is, wait a minute, I need to take this case from here. This design is actually very simple but modern. Actually, I personally don't like this this island for our cameras, but it's, just only my opinion. But now when it comes to this clean design, we have here flat display design, minimal branding here because we only have this Motorola small logo, matte-like black finish, and dual camera housing. It doesn't scream luxury, but it looks modern, clean, not outdated. The fake print trick in a good way, of course. It's here. This is the strategy. Like we have the texture, clean design lines, color consistency, and thin-looking bezels. So, in the durability advantage, this is the one of the most advantages of this phone. This is where it wins, because compared to glass back phones, we have no glass back, less shattering risk, a better grip, fewer drops, and IP64 splash resistance ad protection. So actually, there are some trade-offs. Like for example, we don't get metal frame, this glass back shiner or reflection, and ultra thin flagship feel. That's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Moto G17 Power, and let me share with you how to use secret codes on this device. So let's begin with opening the dialer, tap on the keypad here, and let's start with the first and the shortest code, which is *# or hash 06 hash. And as you can see here, we are provided with both email numbers and a serial number of this device. So let's tap on OK, and now another code, which is also short, and it is quite similar to the previous one. It is *# 07 hash. And as you can see here, we can open the regulatory labels. Then let's open the code, enter the code which is associated with the calendar, *# hash *# 225 hash *##. And here we've got the calendar info. So here we've got all the events gathered in one place. We can check some family events, some holidays in your country should also appear right here, or events attached to your mail. However, even though they are categorized here, we cannot really open the specific category. So you can only check the total count, or total number actually, of the events that are gathered into the specific category. Another code is *# hash *# 4636 hash *# or star. So here we are in the testing mode. So we can open the phone information, usage statistics, and Wi-Fi info. So let's start with this one. It is divided into the API configuration and the status. So simply tap on the section which interests you the most. And here you've got the information like the SSID or network ID. You can also run ping test here. Here the usage statistics. So this section contains the list of apps that are installed on this device and the time you've spent using it. You can change the sorting type by usage time, last time used, or app name. And phone information, where we've got the technical information about our device. Again, we can check the email number, or we can check the phone number, car network and data service, voice service, etc. Of course, you will be able to check this information if you've got your SIM card inserted, because if not, then it will simply look like it. Here you can run ping test again, and on the in the right upper corner you've got the 3 dots icon, so you can view service dialing numbers or enable data connection. All right, and the last code, which is *# hash *# 426 hash *##. And here we are in the diagnostics, so we can check the server, host, port, time connected, and sign-in level should also appear right here. We can tap on events and check some further details. After tapping on the 3 dots icon, we can show advanced view. Just tap on it and then tap on the status again. And here we've got much more information. So for example, the heartbeat, last ping, or HB algorithm. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Moto G17 Power, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalizations. So let's begin with opening the settings. And right here I'd like to go to the very top of the list and find network and internet. Here we've got something which is called private DNS, so just tap on it. Mark private DNS provider hostname, and here enter dns.adguard.com and tap on save. Thanks to using it, your device will limit the advertisements. Because I had a poor Wi-Fi connection, it took quite a long time, but as you can see, eventually it will show something like that, and it means that we are connected. Another thing I highly recommend to do in the settings is to manage the Google services. So let's scroll down and find Google. You do not need to be logged in to be actually able to manage that, so no worries. Here we need to find privacy and security and tap on ads. So here we've got something which is called advertising ID, and let me first of all maybe explain what the advertising ID is. Is basically, let's pretend I'm looking for a lamp. I'm trying to find a suitable lamp for my living room using my device, obviously. And after that, my device will show me the advertisements with this specific lamp that I've chosen, or the lamps that are kind of similar, or different offers of the same lamp from different shops, or things that could be useful in the living room. So this is what advertising ID is. Basically, it gathers the information about you, about your searching, and based on that, it will show you the advertisements. So we can reset advertising ID, and resetting it will not necessarily limit the number of advertisements, but it will basically remove the personalization of those ads. So first of all, just tap on reset advertising ID and tap on confirm, and then delete advertising ID and tap on delete. Another thing that we can do is to actually remove notifications, because sometimes we've got the apps that will show us the advertisements in this notification center right here. So the solution is to turn off the notifications. So just find the app that is showing you notifications, tap on it and hold it, and then go to App Info. Then go to Notifications, and as you can see, after scrolling, you can differentiate different categories. So I highly recommend to simply find the category that is somehow connected with the advertisements. For example, payments, deals, and recommendations. After finding, just tap on it and tap on the switcher and turn off this specific category. But of course, what I highly recommend to do, if you don't really need any notifications from this app, just go to the very top and turn off all of the notifications. For sure, you will be less distracted. And as a last resort, I just wanted to mention it, that I highly recommend considering the ad blocks, because nowadays we do not really have the ad blocks only for browsers, but also for the Android content, the system, etc. So highly recommend to simply go to the Google Play Store and try to find something suitable. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power, and I'm going to show you the battery trick. Get 2 days without charging. This 6000 mAh battery is the one in this phone that it's built actually for the endurance, but getting a reliable 2-day battery life depends on how you use and tune it. So at first, open the settings, scroll down to the battery, and at first tap battery manager. Make sure this is enabled. It should show you the application list that is running your battery, and you can just disable them. This alone can save 10 to 25% daily drain. Apart from that, open the battery saver, and here enable these two options. Limit background activity and turn off on 90%. Enable these both options. Here, make sure that low battery, this is enabled at 35%, and here follow schedule also, and the time can be default, but it should be enabled. Apart from that, you need to kill unnecessary connectivity drain. So turn off the Bluetooth, turn off the NFC, and you can set location to every single application you have on your phone while using the app. How to do so? Scroll down to the Security and Privacy tab. I think I meant, yes, here. Security and Privacy tab. Here, scroll down to the Privacy Controls, Permission Manager, and here, Location. Set every single application you have here that it's out for all the time, only while in use. Apart from that, you need to control the screen brightness in your phone. If you go, wait a moment, to the display settings, make sure that auto adaptive brightness is turned on, extra brightness is disabled, and set the screen timeout. But wait a moment, because now something happened and I don't want to see this. Okay, and here make sure to this screen timeout set to 15 seconds or 30, but I'd rather set it to 15 seconds. Disable the attention display also. But why would you use the screen brightness, adaptive brightness? If you're outside, your brightness will adapt to your environment, and you're inside, it will also adapt to the environment. Let me show you the difference. As you can see, 34 instead of 95. We can see that there's a difference actually, and now it's 90. So that's how it works, and it will do, just save your battery. Apart from that, go back to the battery section right here and tap battery usage. Here, tap on the application, for example, this one, that's non-system one, and restrict it. Disable all background usage. Restrict all applications you don't need or you don't want to receive notifications from, or that aren't, the system built-ins. Avoid heat, like this is the silent battery killer. Don't game while charging, avoid sunlight exposure for long periods, and remove fric case if phone gets hot. Heat reduces both daily battery and long-term health. And smart charging range trick, it is actually very effective. For a longer life and better daily stability, keep battery between 20 to 80% most of the time, and avoid 0 to 100 cycles daily. 100% cycles daily. And that's it. Hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Moto G17 Power, and let me share with you how to fix up crashing. Alright, so let's pretend I've got some problems with Chrome. I cannot open it, it still crashes, and I have no idea what to do. I know what to do. And now I will explain all of these steps that you can actually apply to your device. So the first and the less invasive one, let's say, because all of the options that I will present to you today are safe. No worries, but the easiest one is to actually open the app info and remove cache. Cache are files that are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. Moreover, sometimes they can interfere, especially if the file is corrupted. So to do that, we have to open the settings. Then let's scroll and find apps and go to see all 78 apps. Now let's localize the app that you'd like to remove cache. So in my case, Chrome. And here let's go to storage and cache. Here we've got this cache section, so just tap on clear cache. After getting back, I do not really recommend trying to open the app because probably that will not fix the problem completely. After removing cache, I highly recommend to tap on force stop, which is right here, because sometimes if the app is opened in the background and it wasn't closed properly, it also might have some problems with the reopening. So just tap on force stop and tap on OK. And after that, you can try to open the app. If that didn't work, no worries. Probably it means that simply the app needs to be updated. And to be honest, in 90% of the situations, this option will fix the problem completely. So what we need to do, first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection and preferably Wi-Fi. Then make sure that you are logged into your Google account, because we needed to actually download the update. You can do it inside the Play Store or using the settings. You can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device if you're not sure how to do it on your own. So now let's go to the Play Store. Here, let's tap on search. It will be simply easier, and tap on this section here. Now let's enter Chrome. Okay. And search for it. And as you can see, if the update is pending, your device won't miss the occasion to show it to you, to inform you that you've got the update pending. So all you have to do is to tap on update. Let your device download the newest version and apply it over the older one. And as I said, probably it will fix the issue completely. However, sometimes there is a situation that even though you've updated the app, then you still have the problems, and probably it is because this overwriting thing, because sometimes the files are overwritten, I believe, and there might be some problems there. So in order to fix that, you need to tap on Google Chrome. So just come back to this option, and if it is updated, here you will see the option uninstall, and all you have to do is to tap on it, uninstall it, and then install it again. And that should fix the problem, because you're downloading and installing the newest version directly without this overwriting thing. So you're simply minimizing the problem of some kind of corrupted files. And if we are talking about the updates, I also highly recommend to check for the system updates, because there also could be some kind of problem when you've got the newest app version and old system. Sometimes they're not optimized for the older versions. So to check for these system updates, simply go to the settings and then scroll down and find system updates and tap on check for updates, and let your device check for the update. And if you can find any kind of update, simply tap on download or install and apply the update, not only to fix the issue with the app, but also for your own security. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show the home screen tricks on Motorola Moto G17 Power. Alright, to launch the customization menu, open up the settings, and then go into home and lock screen, and here we have the home screen settings, but you can also get access if you hold on an empty space on your home screen and click on home settings. Okay, first thing that we can change is the home screen style. We can use the app tray or the open mode. When it comes to the app tray, it works in that way that if you are on your home screen and you slide to the app side, you have the app drawer with all of your apps installed on your device. But if you select the second mode, the open one, right in here, you have all of your apps on your home screen. If you slide to the app side, you don't have the app drawer. It's up to you which mode you want to use, in which mode you feel more comfortable, but we can adjust every mode. Let's begin with the app tray. If you click on the settings button, we can enable to add the app icons to the home screen right in here. But when it comes to the open mode, we have the free arrangements and the autofill. It's up to you which thing you want to select. I'm a huge fan of the autofill. It works in that way that if you uninstall the app, for example, normally a gap would appear. Let me show you actually. I'll try to uninstall something, maybe the Firefox. And now, thanks to the autofill, when I will uninstall the app or remove it from the home screen, the app that's next to it, the gallery will jump to the place of the Firefox to fulfill that gap. Let me show you. I need to uninstall it. And as you could see, and just like I was talking, the gallery app jumped to the place of the Firefox to fulfill the gap. So that's how it works. Or, of course, if you want, you can select the free arrangements. It is up to you. You can also change the icon size. We have 6 positions: small, normal, large, larger, and largest. It's up to you. We have 6 locked positions. I'll stick to the large. That's like the default value. So I'm about to stick to it. If you are interested, you can also enable the themed icons. As you take a look, it's in beta currently, but that's how the themed icons look like. It's up to you. Do you want to use it? I'm not a huge fan of it, so I would like to turn it off, but it's up to you. If you're interested, you can also lock your home screen layout. Icons and widgets will be locked in place. So it works in that way that now I cannot move anything on my home screen. Sometimes it's good, because let's say that we have created our perfect layout and we don't want to change it by a misclick, for example. That's the moment when you can lock your layout and all of the apps and the widgets will be in one place. And if you want to move them, you'll have to unlock the home screen layout. Okay, now let me show you how we can add the widgets. To do it, hold on an empty space on your home screen and click on the widgets. In here we have all apps, all widgets possible. Let's say that I will add maybe the widget, YouTube widget. Click on that and we have two widgets, 2 styles. The difference is in the size. Let's say that I will pick this one, click on add, and as you take a look now, it has appeared on my screen. Of course, I can move it somewhere else, but remember that you need to have enough space on your screen to add certain widgets because of their size. But as you take a look now, I have added the YouTube widget to my home screen. Let's try to add another one. Click on widgets. Maybe Chrome, let's say. Okay, the Dino game. Click on add, and it has been added to our screen. If you hold, you can also quickly change the wallpaper for the lock screen or for your home screen. In here we have some default wallpapers, but if you click on more, you have other things, and of course you can add a photo from your gallery. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power and I'm going to show you the display customization options. If you open here the settings, okay, I spoiled you this, but if you open the settings and here display, you will see here every single display thing that you can edit. So as you can see, we've got here brightness level, but I don't think that this is that necessary, but you can increase it or decrease it using this slider on the top. We can here adaptive brightness enable or disable the adaptive brightness, and here we've got, as you can see, the description of this option. Your screen brightness will automatically adjust to your environment activities. You can move the slider manually to help adaptive brightness learn your preferences. Here, we've got, as you can see, extra brightness. Increase the maximum brightness uses more battery, of course, but if you tap it, it will increase or decrease the extra brightness option. Here, dark dim. If you tap it, you can enable the dark dim, and here schedule your night mode, but not night mode, dark dim, to turn on at custom time, turn on from sunset to sunrise, or at bedtime. You can just tap on each option to schedule it. Here, if you want to have it from sunset to sunrise, you need to grant the location permission, and here now sunset to sunrise, custom time, or none. Here we've got colors, and they can be more natural or saturated. If you scroll down over here, you can see that you can tap more warm colors, cool colors, and custom. If you tap custom, you can as you can see, edit it based on your preferences. So let me switch it back to the default now, and now we can go further. Here we've got color palette for our phone, and here this is based on our wallpaper, and we can set it more blue, like more, dark blue, normal blue, this green, multiple colors, multiple, or custom. We can have add color over here, and here, as you can see, we've got color palette, and wallpaper colors. This is the section that our colors were taken from. They can, for example, be pink. The stick icon is to confirm, and color contrast, default, medium, or high. High contrast text. Change the text color to black or white. Maximizes contrast with the background. Display size and text. If you tap it, you can increase the font size, display size, enable bold text, or high contrast text. Reset settings over here, and reset. Here, as you can see, we have got overheat screen. It can be enabled here or disabled here. Font style, here. Icon shape, and you can set here your icon shape. Night light. This is the blue light filter, and if you tap it, you will see use night light, schedule, and the same schedule like in the dark mode, at custom time or sunset to sunrise, and intensity of our blue light filter. Here, as you can see, we've got lock display, screen timeout, and it can be 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 or 30 minutes. Alternative display, here we've got the option in addition, and it can prevent our screen from turning off if we are looking at it. It is more battery, but it's kind of useful. Screensaver, we can enable screensaver, and it can be their clock, colors, or some image from our phone. Ambient display is here, as you can see. And what is ambient display? We can see this ambient display, wake display by tapping display or moving the phone. And as you can see, this is this thing. Here, apart from that, we have got this lift to wake, but this is enabled by default, and this is we need to manage other option to manage this. Here we've got home screen layout, and we can edit this over here, like 5x6, 5x5, 4x6, 4x5, etc. Free finger screenshot is the gesture that we can adjust over here. And how to edit this wake up on tilt, as I remember. Wait a moment. Wake up, lift to wake. How to enable this? Here, gestures, and as you can see in gestures, we have got a lift to unlock. Tap it, and you can disable this option. And pick up for silence. I think it's useless. So now everything should be nice. Here in the display settings, lift to wake. Here we can see or enable it. That's it. How it helps you, and goodbye. Hello guys, today I've got the Motorola Moto G17 Power, and I'm going to show you the quick camera guide. This is not a tutorial about how to take good photos, this is just the settings guide, what setting does what. So, at first you need to open the camera, and as you can see now, if you tap here, click low and low, you will just here see the camera itself. And we have here many buttons, which are not actually nice. But if you tap this guy right in the top right corner, you will see wait a moment, I need to lower my brightness level, but you'll see here front photo resolution. As you can see, I can't really manage these display brightness, so I need to disable it for the sake of the video. I hope that it will work now. and we won't have this bright screen. Okay, now we have everything clear. Front photo resolution, tap it. I can here select high, but here we've got two options of it: high or standard, which is the recommended one. This is the resolution of the front camera, this one, the selfie camera, and we can set it to either high or recommended, which is standard. Selfie photo mirror, which is just the mirroring photo of selfie camera. Watermark, we can enable if we want the watermark that the photo was taken here, then and then on the Motorola Moto G17 Power. Auto HDR option, we can disable or enable the Auto HDR. HDR helps when the bright sky is here in dark foreground and backlight subject. So make sure that Auto HDR is turned on, because but you can, apart from it, edit this manually during the photo, because it will automatically manage if you have fast moving objects, night shots, or something like that. Here we've got the efficient videos. We can reduce the file size by saving our video in a different codec. Here we've got H.265, 265, and heft instead of the H.264 AVC. Some platforms may not support the heft format. You can enable or disable it. Here we've got tap anywhere to capture. Capture by tapping anywhere on the screen. You can enable it or disable it. Here we've got shutter sound. Here we've got sensitive grade, leveler. Here we've got keep last mode. The storage, if we have any third party, but if you have some external drive connected via USB Type-C, we can select if you want to have our videos stored on our phone or our external storage. Keep last mode. Open the camera with the use mode active. Quick capture. This is this thing. Twist your wrist quickly to open the camera anytime. Save location, and this is for the settings. As you can see, this is what we have actually changed. And as you can see, here we've got, apart from many things. Let me start with photo, because here we've got every single option that I can explain to you. Here we've got the aspect ratio of our image. It's 3:4, which is the best one for everywhere. Banking for the photo, social media, everything. 9:16 or 1:1. But the best is 3:4, I think. Of course, here we've got the full screen. But this is the worst one. Here we've got the timer. We can disable the timer completely or set to 10 seconds or 3. Here we have got the night mode. We can disable or enable it. If it's enabled, it will be automatically set for you. The flashlight automatically turned on always or turned off. Turned on always just while making a photo. And here we've got, as you can see, the Google Lens. So here we've got the filters, and you can set the filters before taking a photo, like for example romantic or something like that. We can, for example, if this filter turned on. Here we've got the zoom. We can increase the zoom level with this, as you can see, slider, or with our fingers, as you can see, doing something like this to zoom in and to inside. Pinching in to zoom in and pinching out to zoom out. The same is with the video, but instead of having this, options to photo, we have here options to video, like here the stabilization, microphone, and that's it actually here. Here we have slow motion, which we can actually edit. Here we got QR code, with which we can just scan the QR codes, and portrait. If we tap this, you can set the FX strength, the background blur. For example, if you're taking a photo of yourself, everything that is in the background will be in bokeh, which means that it will be blurred. Pro mode of the camera, which is for most advanced people, because here we can adjust the white balance by ourselves. The same as the ISO, exposure, and autofocus. And if we tap more, we can see panorama, time-lapse, night vision, ultra resolution mode. There is the one thing that I didn't show you yet. This is the exposure, as you can, for example, increase the brightness or decrease the brightness, the exposure level of your image during the process of taking this photo. So, and of course, if you tap on something, you'll set the manual focus on this exact subject. And as you can see, that's it for the camera guide. Ultra-resolution mode is of course to take the best photos that your phone can take. Panorama is then when you scan your phone up, right, up, down, left and right. And night vision, of course, night vision and time-lapse here. The time-lapse video. You can just make a moment, for example, 3 hours to, be recorded in 3 seconds, or maybe not 3 seconds, but maybe 3 minutes. And night vision, as I said, this is the night vision, which is the night mode just, but this is the separate mode for the night mode. And that's it for this video. Have a nice day and goodbye.
Hello, in front of me I have Motorola Moto G17 Power, and in this video I'm going to show you the speed up tricks. Okay, we can begin with developer options and a few things that we can change in them. So, to get access to developer options, first open up the settings, scroll all the way down until you find About Phone. Scroll again, click on Device Identifiers, and in here we have the build number. We gotta tap on it a few times in a row, and then I need to confirm with the screen lock. If you have one, you also have to type it or draw the pattern. And now we could see notification on the bottom that we have access to developer options right now. So go back to the main page of the settings, go to System, and click on Developer Options. And now keep scrolling until you find 4 specific options. 3 of them are in one place right in here, and it's Window Animation Scale, Transition Animation Scale, and the Animator Duration Scale. As you take a look, all 3 of them are currently set on 1x, that's the default value, but to improve the speed and the performance of our device, we can completely turn off those options or select them on 0.5. Don't go higher than 1x because it will only slow your device. And when it comes to me, I'm a huge fan of 0.5, so that's the value that I'm about to select for all three features. And let's keep scrolling down. If you don't want to change it, you can of course keep it on 1x. It's up to you. That's your device. Keep scrolling down until you find apps and background process limit, and we can change it from the standard limit, for example, to at most 3 or at most 4 processes. I'll select at most 3. Okay, that's all in the lower options. We can go back. And now let's click on System Updates. It's always good to have the latest version of the software for the best performance. And in here you can also enable the smart updates. Updates are downloaded and installed automatically when you're connected to Wi-Fi. Pretty useful thing. We can click on Check for Updates. It will scan for possible updates if there are some. In my case, I'm using the latest version of the software, so there's no update available to download, but if in your case, if you'll have possibility to install the latest version, you should do this ASAP. Okay, let's scroll to the upside, and in here we have apps. In here, if you have some unused apps, that's like a suggestion for us that we are not using those apps, they're only taking our storage space away, and we should uninstall them. You'll be able to see it right in here. But if you want to uninstall some apps manually, go into See All Apps. And in here, if you have some apps that you are not using, you can uninstall them. But be aware that some of those apps are system apps, and uninstalling them is impossible. Don't try to turn them off or force stop them or anything like that, because something bad may happen. Simply uninstall the apps that you have downloaded manually from the Play Store, or apps such as, I don't know, games, or basically the apps like that. So thanks to that, nothing wrong will happen. For example, I have the 8-ball pool that I'm not using, so I'll just click on uninstall, then OK, and I have gained some free storage thanks to that. Also, in certain apps, we have possibility to clear the cache. And don't worry, cache is not your data or anything like that, and clearing that won't cause anything bad. So I think that in my case, I'll be able to clear it in the Chrome app. So select the app, click on Storage and Cache, and I have 20 megabytes of the cache stacked, so I can click on clear cache. Don't click on clear storage by a misclick, because if you click on clear storage, you'll delete the data in this app. So we don't want it. We just want to clear the cache. Cache is basically the junk files that are stacked in our browser, so clearing them is completely okay, and it's even recommended. Alrighty, let's go back. In here, if you click on storage, you'll be able to see your free storage space of your device, and you can also clear everything. Not everything, but the things that you want. Click on free app space, and in here, you'll be able to, for example, delete some of your images, your apps to get free storage. You can categorize them by large apps and other things like that, so you can monitor everything right in here. Okay, also, if you have a lot of apps opened in the background, in the recent apps, you should avoid having a lot of apps opened in the background, because those apps are only taking your RAM away, and that might be the problem why your device is running slowly. So if you have a lot of apps open in the background, simply manually close the apps that you are not using to free up your RAM. Also, you can reboot your device from time to time, because basically during the reboot, our phone rests for a moment. Also, all of the processes that were running in the background are being closed, and it can help with the performance of our phone and its lifespan. So to perform a reboot, click power key and volume up. Oh, actually, I have turned off this feature. In my case, I'll have to hold power key, but normally you'll have to click power and volume up to launch the power menu. I think that I have accidentally switched it, so the power menu launches when I'm holding the power key, but because usually if you hold the power key, the Gemini will launch. So to perform a reboot, simply hit the restart button, and after that our device will be turned off, and after a few seconds it will be automatically turned on again, and our phone will be ready to use. If you reboot your device regularly, it's good for your device's health. For example, once a week is completely enough, and it's completely okay. If you want, you can download some extra cleaning apps from the Play Store. Simply open it up, type cleaner or cleaning, and you'll have a whole list of apps that you can download. But remember that before downloading an app, it's always good to see the reviews about the app from other users, for example, or what this app provides. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you 20 tips and tricks on Motorola Moto G17 Power. Okay, we can begin with turning off the adaptive brightness. I mean, it's up to you. Do you want to use that feature? In my case, for me, it's pretty annoying. So let me show you where you can turn it off or turn it on. Maybe you like the feature. Open up the settings, go to display, and in here we have the adaptive brightness. In my case, I'm going to keep it turned off because I get pretty annoyed when the brightness level gets adjusted without my permission. So that's where you can turn it off, just like I did. But if you want to have the adaptive brightness turned on, it's up to you. Go ahead, you can turn it on right in here. Down below, as we keep scrolling down, we have the screen timeout. In here, you can select the amount of minutes or seconds. Currently, in my case, it's 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes of inactivity, the screen will be automatically turned off to save the battery. But I think that 5 minutes, it's too long. Let's say that I will pick 2 minutes. The maximum is 30 minutes, as you can see. That's where you can change it. Of course, longer screen timeout will use more battery. Okay, let's go to the upside, and currently we have the light theme, but if you are a fan of the dark one, you can turn it on right in here. We have the dark theme under appearance. You can enable the checkbox, and now we have the dark theme. Also, the dark theme uses less battery than the light one. So you can have that in mind. For now, for this video, I'm going to stick to the light one. Okay. I forgot about the lift to wake feature. You can enable that right in here. And how it works. When your phone is laying flat just like that, and when you enable lift to wake, you take your phone, the screen automatically turns on. That's the feature. Let me show you again. I didn't click anything. The screen automatically turned on. Pretty useful thing. Okay. Let's go with other things. In here, we also have 3-finger screenshot. That is a pretty useful thing. You need to make sure that it's enabled. And in here, you can click on try it out. And now, we need to place 3 fingers on the screen to automatically take the screenshot. Just like that. And it's saved in our gallery. Pretty useful thing. Maybe let's do it on the home screen. Just like that, boom. We don't need to click, power button and volume down to create a screenshot. We can simply hold 3 fingers and the screenshot gets taken. Pretty useful thing when our phone is laying flat, for example, and we want to take a screenshot. Okay, let's go with other things. And now let's go to home and lock screen. And in here, if you click on home settings, you can select which home screen style you want to use. Currently, I'm using the app tray. It works in that way that when I'm on my home screen and I slide to the app side, I have the app drawer, app list, and all of my apps are right in here. But you can select the second mode, and it's open, show all apps on home screen. Now, when I slide to the app side, I don't have any list of apps. Simply all of the apps are on my home screen right now. As you take a look, it's up to you which mode you want to use. In my case, I want to have the app tray. That's the thing that I like most. You also have the settings next to it. Add app icons to home screen automatically for new apps when you're using the app tray. And when you have the open, you can select do you want to use the free arrangements or the autofill. Autofill is pretty useful because when you uninstall the app, for example, when it disappears from the home screen, the app that was next to it will jump to the place of the uninstalled app to fulfill the gap. Let's say that I'll pick the autofill for the open mode. Down below we have the icon size. We can adjust it. We have 5 locked, actually 6. 6 positions on this bar. We have those small dots. We have small, normal, large, larger, or largest. It's up to you which size you want to pick. I'll stick to the large one. Okay, let's get back though. And in here, if you go to gestures, you can select your navigation mode. Currently, I'm using the gestures, but if you want, for example, you can use the 3-button navigations. Now we have our buttons on the edge of the screen, on the downside, and we can also adjust it. We can change the button order, just like that. And we also have hold home for our Google Assistant. Just like that, as you can see, our Google Assistant has now launched. So that's a pretty cool shortcut. When you click on the settings button of the gesture navigation, you can select the sensitivity for the left edge and for the right edge. And you can enable, do you want to, you can pick, do you want to hide the navigation bar or to show it all the time? It is up to you. Okay, now let's go to sidebar. Let's enable that. Click on try it out. Now in here, a small bar has appeared on the edge. We need to slide from the edge to the middle. And now we can drag the handle to move the sidebar. No, actually, I just did the thing. Maybe I need to open up the app. As you can see in the sidebar, we have certain apps. If you click on the settings button, you can customize your sidebar. You can delete the apps from it or add new ones from that list. Sidebar is a pretty useful thing because we can keep our most necessary apps in one place, just like that. Let's say that I want to quickly count something, so I can launch the calculator thanks to the sidebar. I can quickly do my stuff and then close it up. Okay, now we have jump to lock screen. When display is sleeping, double tap to jump to the lock screen. You can enable that, and it works in that way that when your screen is turned off, you just need to double tap to wake the screen, and you can, for example, check the notifications, or you can quickly check the hour. And same thing when your screen is turned on, but you'll have to go back and enable put display to sleep. Now when you will double tap on the free space of the screen will be turned off. I should take a look. So that's the thing, that's the feature. Okay, I have shown you the 3-finger screenshot. We have also the double press the power key, and we can select the action. Unfortunately, we only have one, and we can launch the camera. You can, of course, pick that nothing will happen, but I'll stick to launching the camera. Now, when I will double click the power button, the camera app, not the app, the camera simply turns on, and I can quickly take the photos. That's pretty cool and useful shortcut. Let me show you again. You have your power button, double click it real quick, and now we are ready to take the photos, for example. So that's the shortcut. Okay. Now we have under kinetic gestures, we have the quick capture. That's also a pretty cool gesture. Twist your wrist twice quickly to open the camera. We can click on try it out. Now you need to hold your phone in your hand, and now we need to simply twist it just like that. And as you take a look, the camera app launched immediately. Let me show you again. The camera app launches. Okay, we also have the fast flashlight. We can enable that. And now we need to perform the chopping move, just like that. And the camera, not the camera, the flashlight turns on. If you'll repeat, it will be turned off. Pretty useful thing. For example, during the rain, when the whole screen is, wet, I think that I need to tell you that using the smartphone when the screen is wet during the rain is almost impossible. But let's say that we need light in that rain, so that's the moment when we can, perform the chopping move, and the flashlight turns on automatically. Okay, we have the lift to unlock. But if you want to use that feature, you need to add your face unlock. It will work in that way that if you lift up the phone, then you look on the screen, the phone will be automatically unlocked. So that's also the thing that you can enable. We have pickup to silence also. Silence the ringer during an incoming call by lifting up the phone. We can click on try it out. And as you can see, I have lifted the phone, and the phone and the ring has been simply silenced. Next thing is flip for D&D. Block notifications for calls and messages by turning your phone face down. You'll still hear alarms in do not disturb mode. We can enable that. So now to enable the D&D, simply rotate your phone like that, place it. The phone also vibrated. I don't know, did you hear that? But now the D&D mode is enabled. That's the thing. Okay, now let me show you where you can enable the overcharge protection for your battery. Open up the settings, go to battery, not the storage, the battery, And in here you have overcharge protection. Worth enabling. To keep your battery healthy, charging will be limited to 80% once a week. Your battery will charge to 100% to keep it calibrated. You can click on see how it works. Overcharging shortens the lifespan of your battery over time. Prevent overcharging by limiting your battery to 80%. It's up to you, do you want to use that feature? But I'm just letting you know where you can find it. For some people, it may be useful. Now, let me show you where you can create a backup of your data. That's the thing that I always do on my every device. Go to System, go to Backup, and when it comes to Motorola devices, we can create a backup using Google One. So our backup will be safely stored in the cloud of our Google account. To create this backup, make sure that the function is enabled. In here, you need to be, of course, signed into your Google account. That's the Google account that I'm currently signed into. And for example, if you want to restore that backup later in the future, you'll need to be signed into the exact same Google account that you can see currently on the screen. Also, you need to have some free storage space. In my case, only 25% is used currently, so I have a lot of space left. And in here we have the backup details, so we can copy apps, photos and videos, SMS and MMS messages, call history, device settings, and Google account data. If the feature is enabled right in here, to create a backup, simply hit this blue button. The whole process will begin. Under the backup word, a bar has appeared, as you take a look, and it will slowly fulfill. Basically, when it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created. If everything goes fine, we will see a notification on the bottom of the screen, and it will tell us that the backup has been finished. So it might take a little bit, so let's wait until it's created. Okay, my data is backupped. We could see the notification just like I was talking about it before. And as a last thing, let me show you where you can see, do you have some updates available. Go to System and Updates, also in the settings, of course. I highly recommend to enable the smart updates. Updates are downloaded and installed automatically when you're connected to Wi-Fi, pretty useful thing, worth enabling. But if you want to manually check, is there an update available to download, click on check for updates. It will scan. In my case, it says that I'm using the latest software, so I don't need to download anything. But in your case, if you'll have the update possible, you should download it ASAP. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the security tricks on Motorola Moto G17 Power. Alright, so let's begin. We need to begin with setting up our screen lock. That's the most important part. So open up the settings, scroll to the downside until you find security and privacy. And in here we'll have a big yellow button, set screen locks. Let's tap on that. And we have three types of the screen lock: pattern, pin, or password. It's up to you which mode you want to use. I'll stick to the pattern. And with the custody pattern, we need to connect at least 4 of those dots to create our pattern. If you want to try again, click on clear. If you want to save the pattern, click on next and redraw the pattern to confirm. Just like that, really easy thing. Click on done. And now we have our screen lock. We can also add the face unlock or the fingerprint. Let me show you the fingerprint maybe. We need to confirm by drawing the screen lock that we have just set. Okay, click on setup, and our sensor is located on our power button. We need to place our finger, and now place it, and when you feel all the vibration, you need to lift up your finger and then place it again. And we need to repeat the process until our fingerprint is fully registered. Remember that the finger should be clean. Same thing with your sensor. And now we gotta simply keep repeating until it's saved. You can try to place your finger from different angles until it's saved. Okay. If you want, you can add another fingerprint. If you want to save, click on done. And let me show you now how it works. I'll turn off the screen. Let's begin with the screen lock. Swipe to the upside and draw your pattern. Boom. And if you want to use the fingerprint, simply place your finger on the power button and the phone unlocks. Really easy thing, but pretty useful. Let's get back to this window, security and privacy, and let's go for the app security. And in here we can perform a scan from time to time and search for potential harmful apps. As you can see, no harmful apps found, so it's good to see. It's worth to perform that scan from time to time. As we go to the device unlock, we also have the theft protection, pretty useful thing. We have theft detection lock, offline device lock, remote lock, and find and erase your device. We can enable everything. How theft detection works. Someone takes our device, then speeds away, our screen locks. If your device isn't stolen, just unlock as usual, like with your PIN or password, we can turn it on. Then we have the offline device lock. Thieves often turn off internet service immediately, so no one can track the device that they have stolen. Also worth enabling. As we click on the remote lock, when remote lock is on, you can lock your device remotely if it gets lost or stolen. All you need to do is to visit that page, android.com/lock, and then simply enter your phone number to lock the screen. You don't need to sign into Google or anything like that. You can read about it on the screen. And down below we have find and erase your device. When it comes to this thing, this feature, we have two ways how to use the Find Hub. We have the app or the web. You can do it on any other device. So let's say that our device gets stolen. We need to click on sign in, and we need to sign in into the same Google account into which we're logged in on our lost or stolen Motorola. Thanks to that, we'll be able to remotely lock the screen of our phone, and even we'll be able to perform a factory reset of the device. Currently, if I click on my Motorola, I don't have the option because I'm using this device. So let me show you, for example, on the Motorola Edge 70 Fusion. If you click on the settings button, in here you can perform a factory reset. And as you go back, in here you can click on secure device, and you'll be able to lock it with the PIN or the password. So that's how this feature works. Also pretty useful and worth enabling. Let's go back though. All the way. Down below we have the account security. We can perform the Google security checkup or the password checkup. Let's begin with the Google. Okay, and in here, if something will be wrong, you'll be able to monitor it. In here, for example, I have some notifications about third-party connections. So that's the place where you can monitor everything. And down below we have the password checkup. As you can see, I have no compromised passwords. My passwords are unique and my passwords are strong. It's also a place where you can check everything up. If you have, for example, compromised passwords, you'll be able to monitor it in here, and you'll see notification that you should change it simply. Same thing, for example, when your passwords are weak. I think that I don't need to tell you that you should avoid having passwords such as your name and then 1, 2, 3, or I don't know, ABCD. And that's, you know, the easiest type of password, and even a child can break it. So you should avoid having passwords like that. Alrighty, then let's go into system and updates. It's always good to have the latest software installed. So let's click on security update. If you'll have an update available to download, simply download it ASAP. Same thing with the Google Play system update. Okay, and in here, as you can see in my case, I have possibility to download the update. I won't do it right now because I want to show you some other things, but in your case, if you'll have the update possible, you should download and install it as soon as possible. Okay, down below we have the backup. Also, really worth. That's the thing that it's really worth having. Thanks to the backup, our data is copied to the Google Cloud of our Google account, and we'll be able to restore the data on any other device, even if this device gets stolen. Thanks to the cloud backup, so it's really worth enabling, and in here, and worth having. In here, you can take a look into which Google account you're currently signed into, and if you want to restore the backup later on, for example, another device, you'll have to sign in into the exact same Google account. So you need to know on which Google account you're creating your backup. You also need to have some free storage space in your cloud. I have enough. I'm only using 25% of the storage. In here, enable backup by Google One. The checkbox needs to be enabled. And here you have the backup details. So you'll be able to copy apps, photos and videos, your messages, call history, device settings, and the Google account data. To create a backup, simply hit this blue button. The whole process will begin. I also need to confirm by drawing the screen lock. Under the backup word, a thin bar has appeared, and it's slowly fulfilling. When it disappears, usually it means that the backup has been successfully created, and in my case, I saw a notification that something went wrong. So let's try again. Something has lagged. If it happens in your case, don't worry. Sometimes all you need to do is to go back, then try to again click on backup now, and if it still doesn't work, you can try to reboot your device and everything should start working properly. In my case, I think something has lagged. So let me try again. Now it's still loading actually. Okay, let's skip it for now, but in here, that's the place where you can create your backup. If everything goes fine, you will see a notification on the bottom of the screen, and it will say that your data has been successfully backed. Okay, it has started once again. Maybe this time it will work. I hope so. Okay, it's slowly fulfilling. Okay, actually, let me mute the microphone and we'll wait until it's finished. It might take a little bit, so we gotta be patient. Okay, as you can see, I had a notification on the bottom of the screen that my data has been successfully backed. We can also see it right in here that it has been created 0 minutes ago at this hour. Alrighty, and now our backup is saved in our Google Cloud. Okay, as we go back, we should have, as we go to the recent, not recent apps, to the app drawer, we have the Moto Secure right in here. And in here, you can perform a scan. We have some alerts. We can create a secure folder, enable the app lock, enable the auto lock, and we also have pin pad scramble. Let's go to the secure folder first. You can allow for notifications, it's up to you. Click on continue, click the arrows, select the Google account that you want to use, and then confirm. Okay, choose a lock for your secure folder. Let's select the pattern once again, but for your safety, of course, you should use a different password than your screen lock. I had the L letter for my pattern, so let's try to reverse it. Okay, click on next, then redraw to confirm. Of course, you can also enable the fingerprint unlock, but I'll do it later. And in here, if you click the plus button, you can add files and apps to your secure folder. Click on add apps. Let's say that I will add, I don't know, maybe my WhatsApp. That's an example. To confirm, hit this button, click on got it, and now our WhatsApp is right in here in our secure folder. You should also remove it from your home screen. Actually, it's pretty weird that even if you add your app to the secure folder, it's still right in here available. Pretty weird thing. I don't know why it works in that way, but it is how it is. We also have the timeout for the secure folder that you can enable. But I want to get back to Moto Secure, and let me show the app lock. Again, choose the app lock method. Again, I'll use the pattern. Actually, this time, let me repeat the pattern that I have for my screen lock. You should avoid having the same password. I'm just setting the same password just to show you for this video. And in here, if you enable the checkbox, you'll be able to lock the app. Let's lock the WhatsApp once again, and I'll show you that now when I will want to launch my WhatsApp, but let me only turn off all the apps that are running in the background. Now, if someone taps on the WhatsApp, the only way to open this app is by drawing the pattern. Just like that. Once again. Now, we don't have the timeout, so if you want to have the screen lock, the app lock to work once again, you'll have to turn off the screen, then unlock the phone, and now it will appear. So have that in mind. But I think that it should be available to change. As we go to Moto Secure, then the app lock. No, weird thing. Or maybe it's not available. Okay, also the whole Moto Secure app is pretty useful because we have everything in one place. We don't need to, go to the settings and then look for everything. We have, every section. Everything is detailed. So, for example, if you want to use the Find Hub, click on Find My Phone, then click on the Find Hub, and it's faster than going through the settings and looking for everything. Also, if you want, you can download some extra antiviruses apps from the Play Store. It is up to you. Simply open up the Play Store, type antivirus, and you'll have a whole list of apps that you can download. But remember that before downloading and installing everything, it's good to see and read the reviews about the app that you want to install. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you 20 tips and tricks on Motorola Moto G17 Power. Okay, we can begin with turning off the adaptive brightness. To do it, we gotta open up the settings first, go into display, And in here we have the adaptive brightness. As you can see, in my case, it's turned on, but when it comes to me, I always turn off this feature because I get pretty annoyed when the brightness level gets adjusted without my permission. So that's the place where you can turn it off. But of course, everything is up to you. Some people like that feature, some people don't. So it's up to you. Do you want to use it or not to? I'm just showing you where you can find it. Let's also adjust the screen timeout on our device. To do it, keep scrolling down until you find lock display, and in here we have the screen timeout. Currently it's set for 30 minutes. That is pretty long. You need to be aware that longer screen timeout will cause that the more battery will be drained simply. So it's up to you which mode you want to pick, which value. I'll pick 2 minutes. So it's not that much, it's not that less. So thanks to that, after 2 minutes of inactivity, the screen will be automatically turned off to save the battery. Okay, let's get back. If you're interested, you can turn on the dark theme. Right in here. Also, in the dark mode, the battery consumption will be a little bit less. Some people like dark mode than the bright one. For this video, I'm about to stick to light one though. Down below, we have lift to wake feature. That's the pretty cool thing worth enabling. It works in that way that if your phone is lying flat just like that and the screen is turned off, when I lift up the phone, the screen automatically turns on, so I can quickly check the notifications, for example, or check the hour. Pretty cool thing. Let me show you that once again. Phone is laying flat. I lift it up, and the screen turns on automatically. Okay, let's go back. Or actually, no. I want to show other thing. The last thing in here, and that's the 3-finger screenshot. You know, the usual way of taking a screenshot is by clicking the power key and volume down on this device, just like that. That's the normal way. But when you enable that feature, you can hold 3 fingers on the screen, and the screenshot gets automatically taken. Pretty comfortable thing. Also, when our phone is laying flat, we don't need to hold it with a second hand and then press power and volume down. I can simply place 3 fingers, just like that, and the screenshot gets taken. Pretty useful thing. Okay, let's go to home and lock screen. And now the home settings. Pick home screen style, and in here we have the modes: app tray or open home screen. It's up to you which mode you want to use. App tray works in that way that if you slide to the upside on the home screen, you'll have the app drawer with all of your apps installed. If you pick the second mode though, the open, all of the apps, they will be placed on your screen. If you slide to the upside, you won't have the app drawer. It's up to you which mode you like more. When it comes to me, I'm a bigger fan of app tray. Also, we have the settings of each style. When it comes to the app tray, you can enable to add app icons to the home screen. Thanks to that, the new apps that you have downloaded from the Play Store, they will appear on your home screen. And when it comes to the open style, we have the free arrangements, arrange app icons anywhere on the home screen, or we have the autofill. App icons will move to fill in empty spaces. If you pick the autofill, let's say that you uninstall one app. And normally a gap would appear, but thanks to the autofill, the app that was next to the app that you have deleted, it will jump to the place to fulfill the gap. Okay. You can also change the icon size. We have 6 positions. Starting from the left side, we have the small, normal, large, larger, or largest icons. I'll pick the large one perfectly in the middle. You can also enable the themed icons if you're interested. Let me show you how it looks like. Like that, that's still in the in beta, yeah. I don't like it, so I'm about to turn it off, but if you want to try it on your own, you can enable that right in here. Okay, let's go forward to gestures. And let's begin with the sidebar. Click on Use. Down below we have the settings. You can customize the sidebar. And you can add the apps that you want to that sidebar. Currently I have a calculator, Gmail, YouTube, Google Maps, and something that I don't know what it is actually. So let me get rid of that. You can customize the sidebar in the way that you want. And when I'm using the sidebar, I'll always pick the apps that I want to get quick access to. But also you can add some contacts. You can add the screenshot function, switch to the last app, back to home, and many, many more. Let's say that I will add YouTube and maybe messages. Okay. And now the sidebar is right in here. We have this small bar on the edge, and to enable that, we need to slide to the left side. Now we can drag the handle to move the sidebar anywhere that we want. For example, to the left edge. And if you click on the icon, the app will launch. Pretty easy thing, but really useful. Okay, down below we have changing the navigation method. We can use gestures or 3 buttons. It is up to you. We can also adjust each navigation mode. We have the back sensitivity, left edge and the right edge. We can select that we want to see the navigation bar or hide it, just like that. When it comes to 3-button navigation, you can enable the hold home for assistant. If you hold the circle icon down below, if you're using the buttons, the Google Assistant will automatically appear and it will launch. And you can also change the button order. The recent app and the back button, you can change their order. Okay, let's go to jump to lock screen. If you enable that, click on continue. Okay, and now if your screen is turned off, just like that, you can double tap to launch it up. Pretty easy thing, so you can quickly check the hour, for example, or notifications. The thing worth enabling, and as you go back, we have put display to sleep. It works almost in the same way, but you use it for turning off the screen. So when your screen is turned off, you can double tap on an empty space and the screen will be turned off. That's how the feature works. Okay. I have shown the 3-finger screenshot. We have the shortcut for our power key. We can use it to launch the camera. Let me show you. I'll double click the power key and the camera app launches. I don't need to manually open it up. I can double click and it will turn on. Let me go back to the settings and the gestures. Down below, we have the kinetic gestures, and they are the most interesting things in here. So we have the quick capture, for example. Twist your wrist twice quickly to open the camera anytime. We can click on try it out. And now we just need to twist, just like that. And as you take a look, the camera app launches. Let me do it on the home screen. And our camera app is ready and we can take some photos. Let me show you once again. Just like that. Easy thing. Next feature is fast flashlight. That is pretty common thing, but also worth enabling. We need to perform a chopping move to launch our flashlight. Let me show you. The flashlight has turned on. If I'll repeat, it will be turned off. Let me show you again. 2 chopping moves, flashlight turns on. If I'll repeat, it will be turned off. It is pretty useful, for example, when it's rainy outside and you need to get some source of light. When your screen is wet, it's almost impossible to do anything. And so that's where this feature comes in hand. Okay. Now, lift to unlock. If you want to use that feature, you'll have to register your face unlock. It works in that way that if you lift up your screen and then look on it, lift up your phone and then look on the screen, it will be automatically unlocked. We have also pick up to silence. Silence the ringer during an incoming call by lifting up the phone. Let me show you. Click on try it out. The phone will start ringing in a few seconds. I pick it up, and it has been silenced. We also have flip for DND. DND stands for Do Not Disturb, so we can block notifications for calls and messages by turning your phone face down. You'll still hear alarms in Do Not Disturb mode. So, to enter this mode, you just need to flip your phone like that. It also vibrated. It means that Do Not Disturb mode has been turned on. If I'll pick it up, it will be turned off. Okay. If you go to Blurry, in here you can enable the overcharge protection. That's a pretty useful thing. To keep your battery healthy, charging will be limited to 80%. Once a week, your battery will charge to 100% to keep it calibrated. Overcharging shortens the lifespan of your battery over time. Prevent overcharging by limiting your battery to 80%. If you're interested, you can enable that feature. And also, normally you don't see the battery percentage. That's the thing that you can enable down below, and now I know that I have 74% of my battery left. Now let me show you how you can create a backup of the data. That is a pretty useful thing, and I always do it on my every device. To create a backup of the data, go to System and click on Backup. Thanks to the backup, we will still have access to our data even after our device gets lost or stolen. We'll still be able to restore it on any other device. When it comes to Motorola phones, usually we have the Google backup. We also have it on our G17 Power. And when it comes to backup details, you need to enable photos and videos and also all the device data. Everything needs to be enabled. If you click on other device data, you can see your Google account that you are currently signed into. And to create a backup, you need to be signed in to some Google account. And you need to be sure that you have some free Google storage space. In my case, I'm only using 25% of my storage, so I have a lot of space left. If you don't have enough, you'll have to click on Clean Up Space or Get Storage. Make sure that everything is enabled, and to create a backup of the data, hit this green button. I also need to confirm by drawing my screen lock, actually typing it because I have numbers. And now we gotta wait. In here, as you take a look, a small circle has appeared, and it's slowly fulfilling. When it disappears, it usually means that our backup has been successfully created. If everything goes fine, we'll see a notification on the bottom of the screen that our data has been successfully backupped. So I'm about to mute the microphone, and let's wait until it's finished. Okay, the backup has been created 0 minutes ago, we can see it right in here, and that's a confirmation that everything went successfully. Okay, and now let me show you where you can check. Do you have some updates available to install? To do it, open up the settings, scroll all the way down and click on System Updates. It's always good to have the latest version of the software, so that is why I'm showing you that, and it's also worth enabling these smart updates. You can also choose a start time. Help your device run safely and efficiently by automatically installing all new security updates and bug fixes. You can also enable apply to all software updates down below. And in here you can choose the hour. Or you can manually click on check for updates. In my case, I have the latest version, so I don't need to download anything. But in your case, if you have the update possible to download, you should install it ASAP. It's always good to have the latest version of our software. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.